she's taken the next level on caring for our future, our kids, and our mental health and well-being, because we've been able to live out what we want to do. So we are a couple in our 50s, and we have a couple of teens, and I have an adult son, and we live in Burleigh, and we really wanted to look at investing with Mercer and Cooper to build our future for our kids.
Mm-hmm.
And just have a capacity to do what we love and not what we have to do,
Mm-hmm.
and also give back to the community, which is where Mercer and Cooper gave us some options.
I'm a higher income earner, and I pay my fair share of taxes, so I was trying to minimise my tax legally, and one of them is to invest, and also the socially conscious investment as well with NDIS. We want a passive income, as we've got a goal in mind. In about 10 years' time, we're looking to semi-retire almost.
Well, I wanted to retire and do what I love.
Yes.
So I did invest purely to actually leave work.
Yes.
Early 50s. To then do my passion, which I don't claim as work. So I am retired. This wasn't our first investment look. It was probably our third. So we ended up going to investing in shares first. We looked at buying property ourselves. We looked at other people, what they were doing. We looked at investing in gold. And so we had a bit of a varied response before we got to Mercer and Cooper. And I think the fact that they sat down with us for quite a few hours and mapped out our goals, where you wanted to be, our risk portfolio, how worried I was and nervous. We also
investor profiles. They do your investor profiles.
Went through all of that.
Danielle is a conservative investor, and I'm a moderate to high risk investor, and so we've got a common ground that we need to meet. Matt from Mercer and Cooper has been fantastic. He does all the spreadsheets. He said, "Here's where we are. This is where we are now. This is where we need to be, and this is how we're going to get there." And it just makes it so much simpler to have that written down, have a goal set, a financial goal that we all aim toward.
I can't go past Bernice. Is not only is she a powerhouse of a woman, she's probably the most empathetic woman I've met in business to my needs and your needs, and kept checking with me. If this is a concern, if you're stressed, then this is not the business for you. We're going to find another investment. So we started off with a housing program that had 3-4 different people living under one roof, and that was more of my conservative profile. And then due to some options that we talked about and returns, Bernice and the whole team really gave us an awareness of how safe it was going to be once we'd gone through finances and the build. The team that she uses,
very good
was
team.
One of the best in Australia.
I'd say, look, both Matt and Bernice are very good listeners, and that was we said this is where we want to be, and this is where we're at now, and they just listened like for a good 20 minutes while we started telling us what's happened in the past and how we've had some hurdles in the past with certain developments, and They took all that on board. They understood our individual circumstances and made us feel at ease.
I looked at buying another property in the middle of our journey, and she's like, well, let's just stop. Let's go back to the portfolio that we've gone through, and let's give it our due diligence and then find out, is it where you want to be? Is the tax where we want it to be? Did it suit my profile? Because I am very much, okay, I like it, let's jump in. And Bernice just calmed me down, got me to an educated point of view, and then went, right, let's focus on where your goals are. I think, we had a lot of concerns from past investing. Didn't go so well. So this time we were very skeptical, and I think they spent hours and hours over months and months before we even were ready to even sign off. And it was a real heartfelt space from the whole team going, there was no pressure, there was no pushiness. It was simply these are the figures, this is what it can do for your tax, this is what it can do for my freedom in my leaving my job. And that was really important to us to then feel at peace jumping in, because we're in a position of, we've paid off our house. We could have either just coasted along with our super and our house, but Bernice and Matt showed us a way of actually having financial freedom for us and you leaving work and our kids' future. Well, since we first had the meeting, which was about 10 months ago, I have officially retired. So I'm technically doing what I love.
What you love doing, yeah.
So I walked away from corporate and I'm now working out of my purpose and passion. And that has given me the ability to do that. So that kind of feels, that's basically working on filling the gap. And we looked at, Mercer and Cooper showed us the whole profiling financially so that we could take that step with this NDIS property coming in and moving forward, getting another one, so that eventually you're going to be doing the same as well as building for our kids.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You know, and this particular property on paper is looking to be positively geared straight off the bat, which is fantastic.
More property. It's going to be more because one thing we've learnt, especially on the Gold Coast, it's hot and you know, I've got a bit of shares, I've got a bit of crypto, I've got a bit of everything, but property is solid. Everyone needs a roof over their head. The rental crisis is a crisis. We've got friends in that right now. Also with our journey and where we're at in our life and our faith, we want to be able to help families that need homes. For us, that's something that we can do in a position that 10 years ago we couldn't, and now, you know, that's been a real blessing to be able to give back to others. So that's really important for us. So I think probably more property.
Yeah, I couldn't find another investment property that would give me the capital growth and the positive gearing at 100% loan. So we took 20% of our equity out of our property and 80% from a mezz lender, and it still stacks up, and there's excess at the end of it. Like I couldn't find anything in commercial, in residential. So for me, it was a no-brainer.
Oh, that's easy. It's a trust. So I look at anyone that I support or want in playing a part in our lives is someone you've got to trust. Bernice has particularly become a very close friend of ours because she's taken the next level on caring for our future, our kids, and our mental health and well-being, because we've been able to live out what we want to do.
I mean, their service is impeccable.
Service is there, but they go beyond service. They go to a next level of empathy. I mean, we'd come from a past where we had lost a lot in business and we were very scared of investing. And once you get to this age, you know, a lot of people have lost because we've taken risks. I don't feel that this has been a risk as such, due to all the experts they've had around themselves. So it's not just Mercer and Cooper, but they have the whole team around them that are experts in their field. They get expert advice. We did our due diligence as well, and everything that we've done so far has been beyond our expectations.
You know, you want a worry-free investment, don't you?
So if you want the business side, that's Paul. If you want the warm, fluffy side, that's me. You get both.
Thanks.
It's both. I think that's the point of Mercer and Cooper. We get both of what we want. That's the portfolio that we wanted.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Amazing. Is there anything else you'd like to share about your experience?
They do put on good spread. So enjoy their hospitality because no one else we went to was hospitable.
No.